6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Hassan Gilani. First, the headlines. Prime Minister says the government will ensure the best possible security arrangements for Chinese engineers, workers, and their families in Pakistan. President has called for early finalization of transit trade agreement with Turkmenistan to further boost bilateral cooperation. World Bank and International Finance Corporation have assured continued support to Pakistan for its agenda of development and welfare. Polling to elect 38 members of Senate will be held tomorrow. Polling to elect 30 members of Senate will be held tomorrow. Israeli forces in their unabated bombardment across Gaza martyred 63 Palestinians during the last 24 hours. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif says the government will ensure the best possible security arrangements for Chinese engineers, workers and their families in Pakistan. He was addressing the Chinese engineers and workers at Tasu Dam project site in Kohistan today. The Prime Minister said, "Our friendship will march forward and the enemies of this friendship will be defeated comprehensively." He also expressed condolence with the Chinese engineers over the loss of 5 workers in the terrorist incident that took place on 26th of last month. He said once the inquiry report by the committee concluded, exemplary punishment will be given to the perpetrators of this incident. The Prime Minister said the government will not leave any stone unturned to punish the culprits involved in the terrorist attack. He said the security of Chinese brothers and sisters is our responsibility as they support us in making Pakistan prosperous and progressive. On this occasion, 30 seconds of silence was also observed in the memories of Chinese engineers. The Chinese engineers and workers, as well as Ambassador of China to Pakistan, thanked Prime Minister for expressing solidarity with them. Minister for Overseas Pakistanis and Human Resource Development Chaudhry Saleh Hussain arrived in Wuhan, China today on the special flight that carried the mortal remains of the 5 Chinese personnel who were killed in a terrorist attack in Bisham last week. The minister also attended the special ceremony to pay homage to the 5 deceased personnel. Later, the minister held a meeting with Ms. Chen Ping, Vice Governor of Hubei Province, and offered his deepest condolences on the loss of innocent lives. He also reiterated Pakistan's solemn commitment to bring to justice the perpetrators who committed this heinous crime. The minister also paid rich tribute to the Chinese personnel for their invaluable contribution to the development and progress of Pakistan. Earlier, a wreath-laying ceremony was held at Noor Khan Air Base, Rawalpindi, for the 5 Chinese nationals who died in a terrorist attack in Bisham last week. On behalf of the President, the Prime Minister, the Chairman Joint Chiefs of Staff Committee, the Chief of Army Staff and Chief of Air Staff, floral wreaths were placed at the base. Silence for 30 seconds was observed in honor of the deceased. President Asif Ali Zardari has called for early finalization of the transit trade agreement with Turkmenistan to further boost bilateral cooperation. He was talking to the ambassador of Turkmenistan to Pakistan, Atajan Malamov, who called on him in Islamabad today. The president said that the agreement, once signed, would help expand trade, promote regional connectivity, as well as enhance economic activities in the region. Both sides also expressed the desire for the early completion of Tapi gas pipeline, which would not only support Pakistan's economy, but would also help meet its energy needs. Welcoming the ambassador, the president said that Pakistan attaches special value to its bilateral relations with Turkmenistan. He expressed Pakistan's desire to work with Turkmenistan to further enhance mutually beneficial cooperation. The president stressed that the existing volume of trade between the two countries needs to be increased for the mutual benefit of the two countries. World Bank and International Finance Corporation have assured continued support to Pakistan for its agenda of development and welfare. This was expressed by organization's delegates, including Country Director WB Najee Bhasin and Country Manager of IFC Zishan Ahmad Sheikh during their meeting with the Finance Minister Mohammad Aurangzeb in Islamabad today. They discussed collaborative development and strategies and initiatives aimed at promoting economic growth, financial stability, and fostering sustainable development. The minister highlighted the government's commitment to creating an enabling environment for private sector investment and ensuring transparency and accountability in financial matters. Respective representatives from WB and IFC appreciated the efforts of the government aimed at bringing reforms in economic and financial sectors to ensure sustained economic growth in terms of expanding the tax base, SOCs, restructuring, and privatization. They also discussed potential areas of cooperation and investment opportunities in various sectors, including agriculture, power sector, and IT. This is Radio Pakistan. Polling to elect 30 members of Senate will be held tomorrow. The Election Commission of Pakistan has already notified 18 candidates as unopposed returned on vacant seats of Balochistan and Punjab. Polling for the rest of 30 seats will be held in National Assembly and Provincial Assemblies of Punjab, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and Sindh. Chief Justice of Pakistan, Justice Qazi Faiz Isa, has taken so moro notice on the letter of 6 judges of Islamabad High Court. The Chief Justice has constituted a 7-member bench which will hear the case on Wednesday. The bench will be headed by Chief Justice of Pakistan, Justice Qazi Faiz Isa. Other members of the bench are Justice Mansoor Ali Shah, Yahya Khan Afridi, Justice Atar Minallah, Justice Musarrat Hilali, Justice Naeem Akhtar Afghan, Justice Jamal Khan Mandukhel. Special Investment Facilitation Council is facilitating the installation of 3 GW solar panel manufacturing plant by Sinotech Solar Private Limited in Karachi. This project will enable local production of solar panels in Pakistan. Sinotech will also support the production of dry batteries and electric vehicles trucks. The project will bring in foreign direct investment in the country while reducing dependence on imports and also provide employment opportunities to the people. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, unrelenting military and police siege imposed since 5th August 2019 continues to inflict heavy casualties on Kashmiris. According to a report released by Kashmir Media Service today, the violations of international law by the BJP-led Indian government has led to the martyrdom of 859 Kashmiris, including 17 women, during this period. Most of these killings occurred in fake encounters under the guise of so-called cordon and search operations. 63 Palestinians were martyred in unabated Israeli bombardment across Gaza enclave during the last 24 hours. The health ministry in Gaza said that 75,392 people have been wounded in Gaza Strip since the war began when Hamas militants attacked Israel on 7th October. In India, key opposition leader and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has been sentenced to 45 days imprisonment in a graft case. Aam Aadmi Party says Kejriwal has been falsely arrested in a fabricated case and blamed Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government for political interference. The action against Delhi Chief Minister sparked protests in the capital and the northern state of Punjab. And finally, the weather. Dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. And now the headlines once again. Prime Minister says the government will ensure the best possible security arrangements for Chinese engineers, workers and their families in Pakistan. President has called for early finalization of transit trade agreement with Turkmenistan to further boost bilateral cooperation. Polling to elect 30 members of the Senate will be held tomorrow. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our Facebook. Log on to our website radio.gov.pk.